Too many people spend their days making plans, talking about their goals, and putting their dreams on display for everyone. But it's not the noise that gets you where you want to go. And there's nothing wrong with dreaming big. But let me tell you something. It's not the noise that gets you where you want to go. It's the work. It's the hours you put in when no one is watching, the effort you give when there's no one around to clap for you, and the persistence you have when you're the only one who even knows you're trying. That's where the magic happens. Listen to me carefully, because this is important. There is power in working quietly. There's power in keeping your ambitions to yourself while you get down to the business of making them real. I want you to understand this. Your dreams do not need a witness right now. Your efforts do not need an audience. They just need your full commitment. There's something pure, something powerful about laboring without a spotlight. It creates momentum. And momentum, my friends, is one of the most powerful forces on earth. Think about a tree. It starts as a tiny seed buried deep in the soil. You don't see it sprouting underground. It grows silently, building a foundation before it shows its first leaf to the sunlight. And then one day, bam, that tree bursts through the soil, and before you know it, it's growing taller and stronger every day. People walk by, marveling at the tall tree, but they don't see the roots that have been steadily developing. They don't see the silent work that made it possible. That's how your success must be. Strong roots first, a quiet growth, and then when the time is right, a flourishing that nobody can ignore. You know, we live in a world that often glorifies shortcuts, fast money, overnight fame, immediate recognition. But here's what I want you to remember. Those shortcuts are not roads to true success. They're distractions, detours that keep you from developing the roots you need. Real success takes time, and most importantly, it takes integrity. It's not the quick deals, the easy wins, or the big announcements that define who you are. It's the years of hard work, the unseen efforts, and the character you build in the process. You might ask, why work in silence? Why not tell people about your goals, your progress, your journey? It's simple. When you work in silence, you keep your focus on what truly matters. The work itself, you free yourself from the distractions that come from outside opinions. You see, when you're constantly announcing your every move, you open the door to unnecessary pressure. You invite doubts and criticisms that have no place in your journey. Instead, let your work speak for itself. When your success finally shows, it will be unmistakable. There won't be a need to say a word because the results will be clear, loud, and undeniable. There's an incredible peace that comes when you learn to stop seeking validation from the outside world and start seeking it from within. The goal is not to shock them with your dreams. The goal is to shock them with what you've done. The goal is not to impress people with your plans. It's to leave them in awe when they see the results. Results you achieve through silent, consistent, disciplined efforts. I want you to think about the great achievers of history. Think about the inventors, the artists, the scientists. They weren't busy making declarations of their greatness before they succeeded. They were busy working. Edison didn't announce every failed experiment on his way to inventing the light bulb. He stayed focused, kept his head down, and kept on going until he shocked the world. And he didn't do it for applause. He did it because he believed in the work. He let the light speak for itself. The Wright brothers, for instance, didn't make loud claims about conquering the skies before they actually did it. They toiled in obscurity, faced countless setbacks, but they kept their ambitions close to the chest, staying focused on their work. They allowed their success, human flight, to do the talking. The world watched in disbelief when they finally soared above the ground. The dream that seemed impossible had become reality, and their efforts were undeniable. And their journey to success was built on the silent, continuous labor that no one saw, but everyone eventually admired. Here's another truth. Sometimes silence can protect your dream. There are people out there who won't understand your vision. They'll discourage you, maybe out of jealousy, maybe out of ignorance, or maybe just because they don't believe it's possible. You can't afford to let those voices interfere with your work. You can't afford to let doubt creep in and derail your progress. When you work in silence, you shield your dream from negativity. You nurture it, care for it, let it grow until it's strong enough to stand on its own. Then, and only then, do you let the world see what you've built. You are going to fail. Many times, you will stumble, fall, and face moments where nothing works. That is part of the process. The world doesn't need to see every one of your failures. Failure is a personal learning experience, a chance to reflect, adapt, and grow. It's in those silent moments of failure and recovery that you build resilience. It's in those moments that your real character is formed. When you fail in silence, you give yourself the grace to learn without the burden of judgment. You can get back up, dust yourself off, and keep going without the noise of criticism to hold you back. Failure is not the enemy. It is a teacher. And if you allow it, failure will make you stronger, wiser, and more prepared for the success that lies ahead. Those quiet moments of picking yourself up and trying again, that's where real transformation happens. That's where perseverance takes root. Failure in silence is like tempering steel. It strengthens your resolve, it molds your character, and it transforms your mindset. It's not about falling down. It's about getting up each and every time and doing so without the need for anyone else to see. When you're on the path to success, there will be difficult times. Times when the hours seem long, when the work feels hard, when you wonder if anyone will ever see or appreciate your efforts. Let me tell you, these are the times that will separate you from the rest, because most people want results without putting in the work. Most people will quit when things get tough, especially when they're not receiving instant gratification. But if you're willing to keep going, to work quietly even when no one is looking, to persist through the difficulties, you will become unstoppable. That's when success becomes inevitable. It's about mastering your discipline. Discipline, my friends, is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. You don't get from wanting success to achieving it without discipline. And discipline isn't glamorous. It's waking up early to get in those hours of work before anyone else even knows you're awake. It's staying up late to finish what you started. It's saying no to distractions, to temptations, to anything that doesn't serve your ultimate goal. Discipline isn't something you announce. It's something you live. You don't tell people you're disciplined. You show them through what you achieve. Think of a college student who wakes up every day at 5 a.m. to study, or a parent who works 2 jobs but still makes time to pursue their dreams. These are the examples of true discipline in action: quiet, determined, and relentless. Think of an Olympic athlete. They don't spend their time telling the world how hard they're training. They don't announce every early morning, every sore muscle, every grueling practice. No, they put in the work day after day, month after month, year after year. They work in silence, pushing their limits, building their strength, refining their skills. And then when the Olympics come around, the world gets to see what they've been working on all those years. Their performance speaks volumes. The medals, the records, the achievements, they speak louder than any words ever could. And the world is left in awe. But the athlete knows that the true success was forged in those countless unseen hours. People love to talk about success as if it's an event, a moment in time when everything changes. But success is not a moment. Success is a journey. It's the gradual realization of a worthy ideal. It's what happens when you commit to your purpose every single day, regardless of how long it takes or how difficult it seems. It's the small, consistent actions you take, compounded over time, that lead to great results. So, what does that mean for you? It means that today matters. It means that every moment matters. It means that the effort you put in today, no matter how insignificant it seems, is building something greater. And remember, every person you see who has achieved something remarkable started at zero. They started where you are right now, with a dream, a goal, and a choice. The choice to either put in the work or to settle for less. To either stay consistent in the pursuit of something great or to make excuses and give up. They chose to work silently, persistently, when no one else was cheering them on. They chose to keep going when there was no applause, no audience, no recognition, just a pure desire to create something valuable, something meaningful, something that mattered. And when they emerged from the shadows, when the work was done, when the results were undeniable, people couldn't help but be shocked. The success spoke for itself, louder than any words ever could. You might be sitting here today with doubts. You might be thinking, how can I possibly make my dream a reality? Let me tell you this. You start by taking action. You start by doing the work that others aren't willing to do. You start by understanding that true success is not about loud proclamations. It's about quiet perseverance. It's about getting up every day and working, whether or not anyone knows, whether or not anyone cares. Because you care, because you know that your future depends on what you do. Take a look around you. The world is full of people making noise, announcing their plans, boasting about what they're going to do. But talk is cheap. Anyone can make a promise. Anyone can say they're going to achieve something great. But few people follow through. Few people are willing to put in the work without the promise of immediate rewards. And that's what makes the difference between the dreamers and the achievers. Achievers understand that the world doesn't owe them anything. They know that making a declaration is the easy, but getting up early when no one else is, putting in those grueling hours, sacrificing comfort, and staying on the grind when no one is watching. That's where greatness is truly forged. The achievers are those who don't crave immediate applause because they have their sights set on a bigger prize. They work for the fulfillment that comes from growth, from overcoming the obstacles, from reaching a point where they can stand tall knowing that they have earned every inch of their success. Imagine someone training for a marathon. They don't boast about every mile they run or every early morning jog. Instead, they focus on putting in the miles consistently, building stamina, pushing through the moments when their legs want to give up. They run in the rain, they run when it hurts, and they keep going when the finish line feels impossibly far away. And when the day of the marathon finally comes, the months of quiet work pay off, and they cross that finish line. That victory belongs to them, not because of what they said, but because of what they did. Dreamers, on the other hand, tend to stay in the realm of potential. They announce their dreams because it gives them a momentary sense of accomplishment, as if speaking the words somehow brings them closer to reality. But those words are just the beginning. Achievers are the ones who take the next step. They don't get caught up in impressing others with their intentions. They're busy transforming those intentions into reality. The real work doesn't need an audience. It needs your complete dedication. That's why, if you want to be an achiever, you must be willing to forgo the allure of instant recognition. You must be willing to toil in the background to work on your craft while others are simply talking about theirs. Remember, the world doesn't reward potential, it rewards execution. It rewards those who turn their dreams into something tangible, and that happens not through speeches, but through consistent, deliberate action. If you want to shock them with your success, you have to be willing to be different. You have to be willing to work in the dark, to put in the hours when no one is watching, to embrace the quiet hustle that leads to greatness. You have to believe that your efforts are worth it, even if nobody else sees them, even if nobody else knows. Because one day, when the results of all that work are visible, the world will see what you've done, and they will be amazed. They'll wonder how you did it when it all happened, how you achieved so much. But you'll know that it happened in those quiet hours, in those moments of discipline, in those times when you chose to keep working when everyone else gave up. And that belief in yourself, let me tell you, it's crucial. You have to see the value in what you're doing, even when no one else sees it. You have to nurture that dream like a precious secret. Day by day, as you build your skills and deepen your roots, you are preparing for a future that others can't even imagine yet, while others are waiting for approval or validation. You are giving yourself permission to keep going, to keep striving, and that makes all the difference. So today, I want you to make a decision. Decide that you're going to work hard in silence. Decide that you're not going to worry about who sees your efforts, who knows about your progress, who claps for you along the way. Decide that the only approval you need is your own. That the only validation you're seeking is the satisfaction of knowing that you're giving your best every single day. And when you do that, when you commit to the work, when you embrace the quiet grind, you'll find that success is not something that you need to chase. It will come to you. It will come because you earned it. It will come because you built it. And when it does, you won't need to say a word. Your success will speak for itself, and the world will have no choice but to take notice. Remember, my friends, life is not about proving yourself to others. It's about proving something to yourself. It's about growing, developing, and becoming the best version of who you are. It's about striving for excellence, not for the applause, not for the recognition, but because you know you're capable of greatness, because you know that the potential inside you is worth bringing to life. So work hard in silence and let your success be the noise. Don't worry about impressing others. Focus on impressing yourself. Push yourself beyond what you thought you were capable of. Stay committed, stay disciplined, and most importantly, stay quiet. Stay focused on the work, not the fanfare. Keep your head down. Keep moving forward and trust that the results will come. And when they do, when you emerge from the shadows and the world sees what you've accomplished, it will be powerful. It will be inspiring, because they'll know that what you've achieved wasn't the result of luck or shortcuts or empty words. It was the result of hard work, of discipline, of persistence. It was the result of a dream nurtured in silence, cultivated with care, and brought to life through relentless effort. Success isn't a destination, it's a journey, a never-ending journey of growth. Once you achieve one goal, you must set another. Think of an artist who completes a masterpiece. They don't stop there. They seek the next canvas, a new challenge, an opportunity to create something even more remarkable. Growth is about embracing the next step, always moving forward. Because the moment you become content is the moment you stop growing. The beauty of success is that it reveals what you are truly capable of. And once you taste that achievement, you'll realize that there is so much more within you. Think someone who runs their first marathon, they might start by just trying to finish. But after that, they set their sights on a better time, on another race. Every mountain you climb reveals another peak, and you realize that the limits you once believed in were only illusions. So go out there and do the work. Be relentless, be disciplined, be willing to work in the quiet, knowing that one day the results will be impossible to ignore. Let your success shock them. Let it be the proof of what's possible when you dedicate yourself fully to the process. When you commit to the journey, when you work hard in silence, and let your success do all the talking. Work hard in silence, my friends, and let your success roar like thunder. But don't stop there. Keep pushing, keep evolving, and keep setting new heights for yourself. You see, success isn't just about reaching a single destination. It's about the continuous pursuit of excellence. When you accomplish one goal, challenge yourself to achieve even more. Use every success as a stepping stone for greater accomplishments. Remember, the journey is long, and it's meant to be that way. It's meant to test you, to strengthen you, and to show you just how much you are capable of. Think about those moments when you faced adversity and overcame it. Remember that feeling of triumph when you thought you couldn't push any further, but somehow did. Those are the moments that will propel you forward, that will remind you of your limitless potential. It's those moments when the real growth happens. Not the visible outcomes, but the quiet resilience you build along the way. And as you walk this journey, don't forget to stay humble. Success can be intoxicating, but humility will ground you. Stay true to yourself, to the values that got you here, and to the people who supported you along the way. Be the person who works relentlessly, who lifts others up, and who gives back to those who are striving just as you once were. Success is a responsibility. It's not just for you. It's for inspiring others, for paving the way. and for showing what's possible when relentless effort meets an unbreakable spirit. So as your success roars like thunder, let it echo in the lives of others, empowering them to work quietly and believe in their own journey. Remember that you are the author of your story, and this is just one chapter. There are many more to write. Keep striving, keep believing, and keep working. Let your story be the one that roars across generations, a story of resilience, quiet effort, and unstoppable progress. And remember, the work never stops. Once you achieve one goal, set another. Keep moving forward. Your potential is limitless and your journey is far from over. Every mountain you climb reveals another peak, and that's the beauty of this life. There's always more to reach for, more to achieve, and more ways to grow. Stay hungry, stay humble, and let each success be just one more chapter in your ever-growing story. You've got this. Now go out and make it happen. And let me tell you one more thing. This is just the beginning. Each day is an opportunity to prove to yourself what you are made of. Keep pushing, keep striving, and keep nurturing that dream. As you continue on this journey, you will find strength you never knew you had, and you will create a legacy that speaks louder than words ever could. Be patient, be persistent, and never forget that the silent work you do today will be the thunderous success of tomorrow. Your story is waiting to be written. Make it one that will inspire generations to come. Now think about your surroundings, the people who have influenced you, the experiences that have shaped you into who you are today. Each person you've met and each challenge you've faced has brought you closer to this moment. Even those who doubted you or discouraged you played a role in fueling your fire. Don't let anything hold you back. Let those experiences serve as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. The people who doubted you, the naysayers who said couldn't be done, let them be your motivation. When you find yourself facing obstacles, remember that those barriers are there to test your resolve. They are there to see how much you truly want it. Obstacles aren't there to defeat you. They are there to refine you. They make you stronger, sharper, more resilient. Just as iron sharpens iron, adversity will sharpen your skills and strengthen your spirit. And in those moments of doubt, remember why you started. Remember the vision that got you on this journey in the first place. Hold that vision close to your heart and let it guide you when the path seems uncertain. Your vision is your compass, and every step you take in silence brings you closer to making it a reality. There is something deeply powerful about holding your own vision, nurturing it without the need for applause or acknowledgement. When it becomes reality, that vision will shine so brightly that no one will be able to ignore it. The journey is long, my friends, and it is meant to be. It's not supposed to be easy. If it were, everyone would do it, and it wouldn't mean as much. The struggle is what makes the success worthwhile. The late nights, the early mornings, the crises, the times you gave up comfort for the sake of progress, all of that is part of your story. All of it. Think of every setback as a setup for something greater. Sometimes the path you plan isn't the path you end up on, but that doesn't mean you won't get to where you need to be. Trust the process, trust the twists and turns, and trust yourself to navigate whatever comes your way. You are capable of so much more than you even know, and every challenge you face is an opportunity to uncover just how strong you really are. Imagine yourself 5, 10 years from now. Imagine the person you will become if you commit to the work every single day. Imagine the strength you will have, the skills you will have developed, the people you will have inspired. Imagine looking back and knowing that everything you achieved was because of the choices you made when no one else was watching, because of the discipline you had when it would have been easier to give up, because of the moments you worked in silence when everyone else was looking for a shortcut. The world will see your success, but they won't see the countless hours of preparation. They won't see the struggles, the sacrifices, or the setbacks that you faced along the way. But you will know every single step that got you there, and that knowledge will be your greatest reward. The journey will change you. It will transform you into someone capable of things you never imagined. And that transformation is what makes it all worth it. Remember that success is not defined by the destination, but by the journey. It's about who you become in the process. It's about the resilience you build, the strength you gain, and the courage you develop along the way. It's about taking the hits and continuing to move forward. It's about never losing sight of your goal, no matter how far away it may seem. It's about waking up each day with the determination to be better than you were yesterday. You owe it to yourself to see this journey through. You owe it to yourself to become the person you are meant to be. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let the opinions of others deter you from your path. You have greatness within you, and it's up to you to bring it to life. You have the power to create something extraordinary. You have the power to leave a lasting legacy, not by what you say, but by what you do. And as you move forward, remember to lift others along the way. True success is not just about your own achievements. It's about the impact you have on those around you. When you reach new heights, help others rise as well. Share the lessons you've learned. Inspire others to work quietly and show them what's possible when they commit to their dreams. Your success will be the spark that lights the fire in others. Be a beacon, be an example, and be a source of strength for those who are still finding their way. In the end, it's not about the accolades, the applause, or the recognition. It's about knowing that you gave it your all. It's about knowing that you did the work when no one was watching, that you stayed true to your vision, and that you made something incredible out of the life you were given. It's about leaving the world better than you found it, inspiring others to do the same, and creating a legacy that will echo long after you're gone. Work hard in silence, my friends, and let your success be the roar that echoes through the world. Be relentless in your pursuit of greatness, stay humble, stay focused, and never stop believing in what you can achieve. Your story is just beginning. Write it well and let it inspire generations to come. Now, go out and make it happen. The world is waiting to see what you're capable of, and I have no doubt that your success will be truly extraordinary.